Hello friends, welcome. Friend, yesterday when I posted this video, Starlink India business model explain after TRI came out with the satellite spectrum assignment and pricing recommendation, one of my viewers requested that I do a video on Vodafone Idea's 5G rollout plans. So that's why I'm recording this video. Now, the way I have structured this video is into two different compartments. One is I'm going to go straight to the Vodafone Idea's coverage map and try to point you to the location where Vodafone Idea have started deploying 5G network. The second part of the video would be to compare Vodafone Idea's competitiveness compared to Reliance Jio and Bharti, and what Vodafone Idea needs to do additionally in order to make their 5G services more compelling. So two pieces of this video. Part one, we are going to go to the coverage map, and the second is we are going to do a deep dive understanding analysis of competitiveness of Vodafone Idea with respect to their partner operators. Okay, so let's start with the coverage map. Now friends, you know that on April 9th, PIB released this press release where you can see Vodafone Idea has posted their coverage map, network coverage map as per the TRI guidelines. So here you find Vodafone Idea's coverage map. Now, first thing we have to notice here is that when you go and do a technology selection for Vodafone Idea's coverage map, you will notice that 3G is absent, which clearly means that Vodafone Idea has dismantle their 3G network. Otherwise, there must have been an option of 3G here, which is missing. So, because if you select all the three options, 5G, 4G and 2G, you will see that the network map becomes pretty cluttered. And I'm only interested in 5G. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose only 5G. So you'll see that the network now, the map becomes completely blank and you can't even notice where 5G is. So this was the challenge, friends, because the 5G rollout is pretty thin and they are located into some 12 key cities right now. So I had to do a lot of struggle to go into the details of this map, zoom in to figure out where 5G is. And I have done the heavy lifting. Half an hour to 45 minutes I have spent with full magnification to figure out where 5G is there. So you will find this very, very useful because you don't have to spend the time. So I'll go straight to those cities where Vodafone Idea has started deploying 5G. So I'll start with Delhi. So Delhi, you know where Delhi is. So here is Delhi. So you can clearly see that this is Delhi and there are some spots here in Delhi where you will find that 5G deployment has happened. So this is one of the spot, which is Tilak Nagar, Mathura Road, Shahjahan Road, India Gate area. And then there is another area, Okhla Phase 3 area. And then there is one more area, which is Mohan Cooperative Industry Estate. This was the area, Surajkund. And then one more area where Vodafone Idea has deployed is DLF Phase 3 in Gurgaon. So I just zoom in to see the sector 42, right? So this is Delhi. Then let's go to Mumbai. So let me just zoom out so that it becomes easy for me to zoom in to Mumbai. Now, if you look at Mumbai, let's go and look at Mumbai. Where is Mumbai? Oh, just a minute. Here is Mumbai. So you can see that Mumbai is still not fully covered because the map of Mumbai is the full map, but there is maybe less than 50% that they have covered, but they have done an uniform rollout starting from the South Mumbai, Kolava area till Mira, Virandar, Bhayandar, Borivali and all those Malad areas. So you can clearly see that. So this is Mumbai. Next, let's go to Chennai. So where is Chennai? Chennai is here, right? So Chennai, if I go and zoom in, you will find that the rollout as far as Chennai is concerned is pretty thin. You see, this is Chennai. Chennai is, you can say, this is the full Chennai. And the spots here are pretty thin. There are only 3 spots which is recognizable. So this is one spot, right? Those people who are living in Chennai, they probably will be able to identify this because I don't know these places. So here is the third spot. So once you have done Chennai, let's go to Kolkata. So this was the third city that we have covered. So now Kolkata is here. So if I zoom in Kolkata, you will find that in Kolkata also the coverage is pretty thin. So this is Bowbajar, Maidan area. I think this is a proper Calcutta. And then we have the other sector, which I don't know what is this place called. This is EP, EP block. I don't know. So you can have a look at it and you can clearly see that this is the another block. There are only two different spots here in Kolkata. There is nothing else. Then after that, let's go to Karnataka, Bangalore. So Karnataka is here and Bangalore is here. So let's go here and have a look at Karnataka. So Karnataka also you'll find that there are only two spots and probably the prominent places where 5G rollout have started happening, right? You can clearly see this. These are the areas. And after doing Karnataka, let's go to Hyderabad. So where is Hyderabad? Andhra Pradesh. So I have to find out Hyderabad. Hyderabad is here. So see Hyderabad. So without zooming in, you will not be able to get these details. So you see here, so this is one spot of Hyderabad and this is the other spot of Hyderabad, right? So there are only two spots. Hyderabad was the seventh city, and then let's go to Maharashtra, Pune. So Maharashtra, Pune. So Mumbai we already covered. So where is Pune? Pune is here. Here is Pune. So you can see that Pune, there is only one spot, or maybe a little bit of a you can say stay here, and there are some stray spots here, but still Pune, a lot of area have to be covered. After Pune, we have to go to Gujarat, which is Ahmedabad. So let's go to Gujarat. Where is Ahmedabad here? Here is Ahmedabad. So let me just zoom in Ahmedabad, and you can see that Ahmedabad also, they have started rolling out 5G, but there are small spots, those two spots here. So I'll zoom in again and you can have a look at it, right? So this is the 8th place. And then we have got Punjab, Chandigarh. So where is Punjab? Punjab is here. And we can go to Chandigarh. So here you'll see Chandigarh also, the rollout is happening in a, this is the rollout of Chandigarh. It looks like a single block, but a lot of area needs to be covered. So Chandigarh was 9th. And then we have in MP, Indore. So you can clearly see, friends, and unless you do a investigation of the complete map, you will never be able to locate where 5G network is, right? Can you see this? So here is Indore, right? So two blobs are there, a lot of area. And other than Indore, I don't think there are any other place in MP they have rollout. After Indore, then let's go to UP East Lucknow. So UP East Lucknow, here is Lucknow. So let me just go zoom in Lucknow, and you will see in Lucknow also there are 3 spots. So this is one spot, and this is the other spot, and you can pause the video and have a look, right? Whatever. And then after that, we have to go to Bihar. So Bihar is where? Here, and then you see Patna. Patna, I think the size is pretty large. So looks like that they have done a good job in Patna. I don't know how much they have covered, but looks like that. So this is the overall 12 cities, and I could not find any other cities. So out of many cities, there are these 12 cities in 12 different circles. So they have picked up one city in each circles, and they have rolled out, right? 5Gs. Now let's go to the next part of the video, which is the competitiveness of Vodafone as regards to their partner operators, right? So what I've done, friends, is I have created 3 different metrics, right, which lays out the different spectrum bands for the operator. So one is Vodafone. Here you can see the reason I have created a block which is side by side, so that it becomes easy to compare. And then Reliance Jio I have hidden here, and I open up Reliance Jio, but Reliance Jio, there is nothing. Sorry, friend. Let me pause the video. Just a minute. Let me clear my throat. So I'm back. So Reliance Jio, the reason I actually have grouped Reliance Jio and hid Reliance Jio is because Reliance Jio, there is nothing to talk about. Their strategy is very, very simple. So Reliance Jio has got spectrum in 3500 megahertz band, in 2300 megahertz band, in 1800 megahertz band, in 800 megahertz band, and in 700 megahertz band. And all these circles that you see, these are the circles 1 to 12 is where Vodafone Idea has deployed. And these are the circles 13 to 17, which is the priority circles of Vodafone Idea. They have not deployed. So I have left the 5 remaining circles because I'm doing a comparison with Vodafone Idea. That's why, right? So this is how I have mapped it. So you can clearly see Reliance Jio 5G is in 3500, and they have got 100 and 130 megahertz spectrum in various circles. In 2300, they have got 40 megahertz of spectrum in all the circles. In 1800, they have between 10 to 20 megahertz and 15 megahertz in some circles. And 800, they have got 10 and 15 megahertz in 15 in couple of circles, only I think in one circle. And rest of the circles, they have 10. And 700 is uniformly 10. So this strategy that I have used is kind of what Reliance is using. And I am hoping that the other operators are also going to use the similar strategy. Since the whole subscriber base, as we move forward in time, is going to get converted into 5G, right? 4G is here to stay, and 2G is going to slowly dissipate out of the network, right? So it is going to be 5G prominent, and therefore every operator has to think, with a vision in mind that how they can create maximum capacity for 5G. So that's how. So what Reliance has done is, Reliance has deployed 5G in 3500 and in 700 and done an SA network. But I think that Reliance is not going to stop here. They are going to convert their 1800 megahertz band to 5G. Why? Because the quantum of spectrum in 700 is quite less. They need to have 20 megahertz because this 10 megahertz is going to create a congestion as user move into 5G, and when they started leveraging the UE level of networks slicing, which kind of will have to prioritize their premium customer for certain kind of services which they would like to access. And 700 megahertz, 10 megahertz is not going to be sufficient, and therefore they have to create another layer of 5G in 1800 megahertz band, so as to create a 3CA combination, 3500, 1800 and 700, and that is going to make their network very, very robust, and 4G will be only 2300 and 800. So this is what Reliance strategy would be, pretty uniform, and I have ranked them as far as their network capabilities are concerned, much higher than there is the rank first compared to Vodafone and Idea. Since there is nothing much to talk about Reliance, so I'm just going to close this window. And I'm going to now start comparing Vodafone Idea and Bharti. And this is going to be pretty interesting. And I've zoomed it. The viewers can pause the video and then they can have their own analysis. So the way that I have done this analysis is as follows. Vodafone Idea's all spectrum starting from 3500, 2500, 2500, 2300, 2100, 1800, 900, 800 has been listed out here, right? 800 there is nothing, but I've just put 800 as a placeholder. Similarly, I have done so in case of Bharti as well, right? Now you can clearly see that the 5G band is the 3500 megahertz spectrum band, and Vodafone Idea has got 50% spectrum. Means Bharti and Reliance Jio has got 100 megahertz, Vodafone Idea has only a 50 megahertz spectrum. Now, people may say that, oh, by the way, Vodafone Idea is highly constrained as far as their 5G spectrum is concerned because they have got half the quantum of spectrum that Bharti and Reliance Jio has. Friends, this is not a correct way of looking at this situation. And let me tell you why. Bharti and Jio are doing FWA in 3500 megahertz band. So what they have done is they have probably done a slicing of their network and they have kept more capacity for FWA, 70 to 30, most probably. Means 70% of their 3500 megahertz spectrum is for FWA because FWA subscribers are guzzling more data. And 30% of their spectrum is kept for mobile subscribers. Therefore, Vodafone Idea, if they don't want to do FWA right now, then their 50 megahertz of spectrum is sufficient. Right, friends? So you do understand. And then when they want to do FWA, they can buy an additional block of another 50 megahertz of spectrum, which is available because if you go to my website and the tool that I have created, and if you look at the 3500 megahertz band and you see that this is BSNL here, 80 megahertz, and Reliance Jio 100 and 130 megahertz, Bharti Green, they have got 100 megahertz in all places, and Vodafone Idea 50 megahertz in all places, and this pink is available. So Vodafone Idea can clearly grab another 50 megahertz because this is mostly 50 megahertz in most of the places, pink, right? So that's how Vodafone Idea can do FWA later by buying additional 50 megahertz of spectrum. Now, the second important thing to note here is that I have identified the lowest frequency band, right, for both the operators, Vodafone Idea as well as Bharti. And since it is futuristic, not now, as the network stabilizes, as 5G becomes more mature, you need to create more capacity for 5G and make the network tuned towards 5G so that 5G can be delivered to the consumer much more effectively compared to other technologies. So I have chosen the first preference or as the lowest frequency band for Vodafone Idea if you have more than 5 megahertz, that is 10 megahertz, and I have given that to 5G because it is better to deploy 5G in the low frequency spectrum, the lowest frequency spectrum, and anchor that with the 3500 megahertz spectrum because then you are going to have a compelling network and you will be able to do SA, right? Standalone network, right? Just like Reliance has done. If you don't have low frequency spectrum, then you cannot do SA, then you have to do NSA. So if you look at Vodafone Idea's capability, they have 3500 megahertz spectrum. They can buy another 50 megahertz, it will become 100 megahertz. Then you have got 900. So these circles, Delhi, Mumbai, which is very, very important circle. Then we have got Maharashtra, Gujarat, right? You see, 900 megahertz. And then we have got Haryana, Kerala, right? And then UP West. So out of these 17 priority circles, Vodafone Idea can do SA in how many? 1, 2, 4, then 6 and 7. So it looks that Vodafone Idea is not, placed in a very bad shape compared to Bharti, because if you compare with Bharti, you will find that Bharti can do only in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus Vodafone Idea, because of the principle that I have adopted, because Bharti has got 10 plus megahertz of spectrum in 900 in these circles. Punjab, UP East, Bihar, then we have got Rajasthan and West Bengal. So this is the principle that I have adopted to give them the capability to do SA network, right? That is important, right? Then how do you manage your 4G network? Then that is the next principle that we have to focus, because 4G is here to stay. And you also have to create a placeholder for your 2G network. So what I have done is that wherever I find spectrum in 900 megahertz band, which is less than 10 megahertz, I have kept it for 2G, because it makes no sense to deploy 4G in a spectrum so thin. So if you look at these 900 megahertz and if you see this blue color, so these are 2G deployments. Maybe they are being used for 4G today, but I'm assuming that going forward, this will be for 2G, because 2G is going to keep dwindling down, or the network requirement for 2G is going to go down. So we have got Chennai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Hyderabad. As far as Vodafone Idea is concerned, they will deploy 2G here in 900 megahertz. Similarly, Punjab, MP, UP East and Bihar, not Bihar, UP East, they will deploy 2G here because the spectrum is very, very thin. Then Rajasthan and West Bengal. As far as Bharti is concerned, they will deploy 2G in Delhi, Mumbai, Tamil Nadu, Kolkata, Karnataka, AP, and then Gujarat, because their 900 megahertz is pretty thin. Actually, Bharti's 900 megahertz spectrum is pretty thin in most of the places, except in this 5 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circles. They are very, very poor. And Vodafone Idea, in important circles, they have got a very good 900 megahertz. So that's the next principle. Now let's look at the 4G. Now you know that Vodafone Idea has got 2500 megahertz band and Bharti has got 3500 megahertz band. Vodafone Idea's 2500 megahertz spectrum is 20 megahertz and 30 megahertz, and Bharti has got 30 to 40 megahertz, right? And then you need to have an anchor carrier to do CA as far as 4G is concerned, right? So that you can do, Vodafone Idea will do most probably in the 2100 megahertz spectrum band, right? 4G. And Bharti will also do a similar kind of anchorment, because if you see, except for Delhi, where they are forced to do 5G in 2100, because their 1800 megahertz band is pretty thin. They have got 7 megahertz. Most of these circles, means all the circles out of 16 out of the 17 circles, they are doing not 16 out of 17, 15 out of 17, because in Kolkata also there is an exception. So there they are doing 4G in 2100, and Vodafone Idea is going to do 4G in all the circles. Even in the 2300 megahertz spectrum, in 3 circles they have, in one of the non-priority circles, they will do 4G, right? So this is the next thing which you can clearly see. Now comes the 1800 megahertz band. Now friends, just like Reliance has done, it will do 5G in 1800. So I will try to make the other operators do 5G in 1800 in order to create economies of scale for devices, right? So if you look at Vodafone Idea, you will find that Vodafone Idea is very, very nicely placed to do 5G in Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, Kolkata and AP in 1800 megahertz band, because they have got plenty of spectrum in 1800 megahertz band. In Chennai they have got 11.4, and then in Kolkata, Bangalore and Hyderabad they have 10. And now what will happen in Pune and Ahmedabad? Why I have marked this as a different color? Because they will have to share this spectrum with 2G, because there is no place here to do 2G, because I have blocked this for 2G, this 900 megahertz, block this 900 megahertz for 5G. So 12.4, they will split. They will, whatever spectrum, 6.4 maybe for 2G, and rest of the spectrum is going to be for For what? 5G. So because 5G there is a lot of space, lot of capacity here, so I will have additional spectrum here for 5G in 1800. So you see the color here, you can pause the video and have a look at it. Similarly for Gujarat, 20.8, the same color is there because I am assuming that they have got plenty of capacity for 4G, so they will use this as 5G, right? Now, Patna. Patna also similar problem because here, if you see, there is an option to do 4G because if let's say if the here actually there is a difficulty in Patna because why? Because 50 megahertz every that will be 5G, but rest of the 2500 and 2100 for 4G may not be sufficient. So it may be difficult for Vodafone Idea, and you have to do 2G also. So you have to split this into 3 different technologies, right, in order to create capacity, right? Now, as far as Bharti is concerned, so you can actually, using this principle, you can look at this chart and figure out yourself from a competitive point of view. Then let's look at Bharti. So Bharti following a similar strategy, 2300 megahertz for 4G, 2100 megahertz for 4G, except Delhi and in Kolkata they don't have, and 1800 megahertz as much as possible I have kept it for 5G. See, Mumbai 5G, Tamil Nadu 5G, Karnataka 5G, AP 5G, Gujarat 5G, and then Kerala 5G. And in these circles where it has different color, you can see the icon and make your own judgment. So net, the summary of this whole thing is this chart. You can just pause the video and have a look at it, take a printout and do your analysis. And just to summarize, you can clearly see that Vodafone Idea, as far as spectrum is concerned, is not that weak compared to Bharti, especially Bharti. Reliance Jio is way ahead as far as spectrum is concerned. Their spectrum is of the highest quality. But from a Bharti point of view, because of their strength in 900 megahertz band, they can do SA network in many places. And as they want to do FWA, they can expand the 3500 megahertz band by taking another 50 megahertz because the spectrum is available. So Vodafone Idea, if it gets bailed out, their debt is somehow extinguished, they do not have any problem as per spectrum is concerned. That is pretty clear. And they can have a compelling 5G network compared to other competitors, and also may be able to do FWA if they are able to grab another 50 megahertz spectrum in some of the key circles. They may not be they may not take in all the circles, but they may take in some of the circles, which will put them at par with other operators. Only disadvantage that they have, the other operators might have captured the market. But if you have the capability, then there are a lot of network chance that can happen. And if you position your services at a cheaper level, people may migrate to your services also. So that's all, friends, for this video. I hope that you like this video. And I think this is pretty clear. And I think this is exactly what I wanted to do. And I hope that I have accomplished my objective. And thanks for listening till the end. And I'll come back with a new video and a new topic next time. Thank you very much.